morning, friends. Thank you for joining me this morning. Today we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to talk about so many different things about measurements. We're going to measure a lot of things today. We're going to use tools to measure those things. Do you know how to measure? And what does that mean? Measuring means how you size things. If it's tall or short or long or heavy or light. We're going to learn different words to use for measurements. So we're going to learn how to use different tools, how to measure things, what length it is, what height it is, and you're going to have so much fun today learning about measurements. So first thing, I'm going to show you a few tools that you can use for measurement. This is called a measuring tape. Daddies might have these at home in their 2 bags. And it just measures the length of things. I can take this to measure a cabinet. I can take this to measure my pillow. And look here, it has numbers on it. There's 1, 2, 3, and it goes all the way up to big numbers. So this is a measurement tape. This is a ruler. This is another tool that we use to measure things with. This also has numbers on it. Whatever you measure, you have to start with one number and end with a different number. This is a ruler. This is also a measuring tape, but this measures you. If you stand up, or you can measure a friend, you start at the top of their head and you go down to their feet to see how tall they are or how short they are. This is your measuring tape to measure your height. We can also use different materials or tools to measure things. If you are at home, you can use pencils to measure things. We can see how long or how tall this pillow is. You can take one pencil and let's see how many pencils to make this pillow length. 2 pencils. 1, 2. 2 pencils to measure the length of the pillow. How many crayons you think can measure this pillow? Let's see. Miss Vetta is going to take a couple of crayons and see how many crayons to measure the pillow. 1, 2, 3, 4 crayons. How many pencils? 2 pencils and 4 crayons. That's the length of our pillow. So we can use different tools to measure things. We have used our crayons and our pencils to measure. Guess what else you can use to measure? You can use tape to measure. We can measure the length of this door. Start at the top. You might not be this tall. Mommies or daddies can help you with this. Look how tall that door is. Whoa. That's a big door. We can use all types of tools to measure things. Guess what else we can measure? We can measure our shoes. We can see how big or small our feet are. Let's see. Miss Vetta has her 2 feet here, and I can take my ruler and measure my foot. I will start at number 1 and count all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Miss Vetta's feet stops at number 20. Miss Vetta has big feet. I can also use markers to measure. These are things that you can use at home or at school. See my markers? Let's see how many markers will measure Miss Vetta's foot. 1, 2. 2 markers. Let's see how many crayons. 1, 2, 3. 3 crayons. So there's a lot of tools that you can use for measurements. What are those tools that we went over to use for measurements? We have a ruler, a measuring tape. We also used tape to measure with. We used pencils to measure with. We use crayons to measure with. We use markers to measure with. And what are some things that we can measure to see how tall, short, long it is? We use Miss Vetta's height. We use the door. We use my shoes. We also measured a pillow. So there are a lot of things that you can measure around your house or at school. When you're in school, you can measure a table. You can measure your chairs. Guess what else you can measure with? Legos. Did you know you can measure things with Legos? It is so much fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson for today, and I will see you again. Goodbye.